Hey, today I'm going to share my own guide about the hit game Helldivers 2. I've got a few tips in this video, 10 to be exact, mostly known because how else would I know? Anyway, let's dive into democracy. My first tip is to change your keybinds. Pretty simple, it's recommended by many to change your keybinds to make moving while calling in stratagems a thing you can do. While some are able to manage without this, I still recommend it because you might want to be running while calling it a 500 kilogram bomb or a reinforcement. So, yeah, you know. Anyway, tip 2, when in doubt, dive. Diving can save you in a lot of situations. For example, you're using the flamethrower on a bug mission, but guess what? You got a bit too close to your own flame. What do? Do you A. Stim for health, B. Dive, C. Dive, or D. All of the above? If you guess B or C, you're correct. Diving immediately extinguishes the flame, so you are able to stim without dying before you could. Tip 3. Adapt to your enemies. Superb has many foes to liberty: the Terminids, the Automatons, and the new Illuminates. Being able to adapt to your enemies is one small step for managed democracy. Bugs are foes you really don't want to find cover from. Being in the open is the best way to combat them. For bots, finding cover, even if it's just like a little rock, maybe a pebble you can crouch behind, is really necessary for your survival. What about the Illuminate? It's a different story since you're dealing with hordes of voteless and a few ranged enemies. But being in the open kinda helps. When you're in the cities, it's best to run and shoot and make no, not checkpoints. I don't know how to explain it. Whatever. And remember, bringing the right loadouts can make even the toughest difficulties a breeze. Tip 4: friendly fire isn't. Friendly fire is a part of the game and can be hilarious at times, but that doesn't mean it should happen all the time. Even if you're making a compilation, please don't shoot me. Don't set me on fire. I don't like anyway. Watching your fire and calling out your stratagems is a key part of preventing friendly fire. Speaking of callouts, to the next tip, tip 5, callouts. Calling out your shots and stratagems can be crucial to maintaining your team and building trust among your crew. By holding the Q button, you're able to communicate without using voice chat or chat. Communication is key to understanding one another, so we may all live to fight another day. Tip 6: ask for help. It's okay to ask for help sometimes. If you need backup and none of your buddies are online, call in the SOS beacon. It alerts other Helldivers to your current position and send reinforcements. Or if you're simply looking for guidance on a weapon or warbond, 1. YouTube videos, 2. In between missions, if playing with randoms, ask for their opinions. If all 3 say this weapon is bad, then it's probably bad. But if some say it's good, then it might be good. Yeah, you know, all that stuff. Helldivers, don't lie to one another. We unite and fight together. Tip 7: stratagems. There are 3 types of stratagems: offensive, supported, and defensive. An example for offensive are Eagle and Orbitals. They're pretty good. I mean, the airstrike can take out bot fabricators and bug holes. Not the Illumina ships, though. So annoying. Orbitals are good for clearing out stuff. Example for support weapons are the flamethrower and shield generator backpack. You know, shield generator backpack creates a shield around you. It's pretty simple. Flamethrower is good for setting stuff on fire. Examples for defensive is the Gatling Sentry anti-tank emplacement. I love the anti-tank emplacement. It's really fun to use. I love looking at like a little small bug and then seeing it vanish within a few frames. It's so fun. Now, there's obviously a lot more. By the time I was making the script, it was 1 a.m. and my brain was fried. Anyway, tip 8: weapons. There are quite a few weapons in the game, from the base Liberator all the way to the Scorcher. But what weapons should you use? Let's go back to the Scorcher really quickly. It's really good at all light to medium enemies, and in certain cases, it can take on hooks or cannons on the automaton side. More about that in the next tip. Another good weapon is a crossbow, which is extremely overused. You take out enemy spawners to hit almost all medium weapons and can be held with one hand, making it pretty useful on the battlefield. What about secondaries? The Senator, personally, is my favorite secondary. 3 hitting hooks if you hit them in the eye, and really good if you have good enough aim to get headshots left, right, and center. Tip 9, weak points. Always aim for the weak points. Every unit in the game has one. For the automatons, it's their heat vents on their back, like the Hawks. But sometimes that's not really possible in the moment, so a recoilless rifle to their body's good enough. For the Terminates, any of their squishy area is good. Flamethrower is best for them though. The Illuminate, bolus is simple enough, just shoot them. Overseers, don't aim for the head unless you have heavy armor penetration. Or for the jetpacks on the elevated overseers. The harvesters, or what I like to call tripods, shoot the face to make them unable to make shields, and or shoot their limbs and body to where the limbs and body meet to destroy them completely. Tip 10 is kind of just everything else, because I wanted 10 tips, not 12. This is the final tip. I'll cover multiple topics, starting with super credits. You don't have to buy them with real money. You can get them in the base Warbond and just by playing the game, by going to the minor points of interest. Although the grind can be very brain numbing, since people usually go to the lowest difficulty to grind for super credits. And on the topic of Warbonds, the current best Warbond is the Democratic Detonation Warbond, all because of the crossbow. And I guess the Eruptor, I love the Eruptor. It's like never used though. Anyway, but here's my take on it. Get what seems fun to you in your Helldiving career. Fuck the meta, just have fun testing out loadouts that suits what you want to do and how you want to play. Anyway, this is the SES Night of Starlight ending transmission. Have a good day and or night.